What's up guys, Eric from Sonic here. Today we have here a 2023 GR86. This is Aaron's GR86. Very cool looking. We collaborated with him on a lot of car shows like the Toyota Fest last year, also SEMA last year. And recently we just did a video with him on our Beat Social video series. So look forward to that if it's not out there. If it's out there, we'll leave a link to go ahead and check it out. And why are we here today? Because we are installing a new product for this car. It's our air baffle. Inside here, you'll find a lot of sound deadening materials for this car. It's specifically made for the GR86 doors because the doors on these are really huge. It's typical for a coupe, and a lot of noise actually comes in from the doors. So we produced and we developed a sound deadening specifically for this vehicle using very high quality foam materials from Japan. It has an adhesive and it's pre-cut, and it gets rid of that open void between the door shell and also the panel inside it. Makes it very tight, and it gets rid of that area so that there will be much less rattles and much less roll noise in your vehicle. This is it guys, so let me show you guys how easy it is to install this and how much difference it makes before and after. All right guys, before we install the air baffle, I want to do a comparison with before and after. So we're going to tap on the door from the outside, from the inside, and then we're going to open and close the door just to see the sounds it makes from this factory form before we add the sound deadening inside. So start from the outside. So let's just knock on it. Okay. Just different part of the doors. All right, now let's try the inside. So we can hear some rattling. Let's try to open and close the door a bit. All right guys, so let's start the installation. First, we are, of course, gonna remove this door panel here. How to do so? We'll start off with down here. Just locate this. We'll remove this little rubber pad. Looks aftermarket. And there's a little opening here. Just place a little flathead and we're gonna pry this out. Just pop it up. So, it'll expose 2 Phillips screws. Let's remove them. Make sure you don't lose them. Okay, next. We're going to go here. We're going to pry out this panel. Okay. And let's remove that Phillips screw. All right. Okay, next, let's start pulling this out. So we're going to start from the front, pull this out. Okay, we're going to work our way through the bottom. Let's keep going to the side. All right, and once this is out, bring it up, and behind here, in here, let's remove this piece here. Okay, and also this release as well. All right, and let's disconnect these connectors. Got one here, and got another one down there. All right, press down the release tab and pull out. All right, here's our door panel. Let's leave it here off to the side for now. All right, and next, let's remove the speaker. There's 3 Phillips screws. All right, let's remove this, and let's undo this connector here. Press down, and then bring it out. Okay, we'll leave this off to the side. All right, sweet. So before we proceed, let's organize these clips here. So there's a clip here that was left. We're gonna use a little clip remover, panel removal tool, pull it out, or you can just carefully remove it with your hand like I did right now. And let's attach this to the door. All right, Just make sure it's all in here, so when we push the door back in, everything will go into place. And let's go to our kit. So in the kit, you'll find this. I'm gonna work on this first. This piece here will stick on right behind the speaker. There's another piece of sound deadening that needs to be applied under this urethane foam that we did not insert here. We just didn't have that part in time. So just note, we'll leave a clip from the video that B-Son Japan made. You can go ahead and follow that on how to install the other deadening piece that goes behind this foam. All right, so we'll attach this. Let's remove this adhesive, and we want this to be right behind this speaker. Go down, want to center as much as we can, and put it on the flat surface. Just like that, okay? And just hold on to this for about 30 seconds. Make sure it's on there pretty good. And if for any reason you have dust or dirt behind your doors, make sure it's all clean. You can use some alcohol wipes to make sure all the little particles and grimes and all that is off. Now let's prep the speaker. So we have this. I'm gonna place it right here. But actually, before we do that, let's mount it back and then do it. I think it'll be easier that way. Make sure you're using the correct screws, because we did remove a few Phillips screws. These are the larger ones. And let's plug this in. All right. And I'm gonna line this up directly right above it. All right, there it is. Okay. Next, let's go to the door panel. All right, next step, let's prepare now the door panel. There's two parts to this air baffle that we forgot to install. So let's do that right now. It's these two loose pieces you'll find in the kit. And it's gonna go under this, so I'm gonna have to peel this back, place this under here, and push it back in. Same for this side. It's not a big deal because the other side of the door is gonna give enough tension to hold everything in place. But for all you viewers out there, you should be able to get this done correctly on the first try due to this video. All right guys, so as you can see, when you install our air baffle, it's gonna stick into this factory cotton material. If you want to avoid that, just when you remove the adhesive on our air baffle, just do it on the outside edges. No need to do it in the centerpiece, because the tension between the door panel and the door frame is enough to keep everything in place, and it's not gonna move. All right, so this is how we are going to stick this on right here. So even for this here, I'm just going to only peel the edges. No need to do the whole entire cover, okay? Okay. And going to this side here. So same thing. For all you installers, this will actually go on top of this factory cloth material, and so that to prevent this to sticking on like this, you can just remove the adhesive on the corners and the sides. Okay, here we go. All right, and let me put this piece back on. All right, there we go. And as you can see guys, the difference between the conventional method of sound deadening in our air baffle is our air baffle will fill in all the spaces in your door cavity. So basically it also acts as an insulation. So it will also work as an insulation so that the climate inside your car will be able to be sustained better. So for example, on a very, very hot day, you turn on your air conditioner now doesn't have to work as hard because it will retain the cool air inside the vehicle, and also vice versa. On a very cold day, you turn on the heater and your car inside will remain warmer for longer. All the void space between the doors will be less, which means there's less loss of sound and also hollowness of the door will be eliminated. Okay, here we go. All right guys, so next go ahead and fit this insulation right behind the door. All right, just make sure you have everything all lined up. And after we have it all lined up, we're going to remove the adhesive behind it and then press it against the back plate. All right, everything looks good. Looks pretty good. All right, let's start off with this corner here. And just go slow, take your time. All right, sweet. So yeah, this is how it looks. When you're lining these up, I try not overlapping with the factory foam. I place it right behind it and just make sure it's on there as good as you can. Should be flat, and make sure these holes over here are still visible because you want those clips to pop right back in. All right, sweet. All right, so here it is. This is how it looks. And there's the openings for all the connectors, connector there, connector down here. And we have 2 of the cables going in there. And as you can see, this fills in the void inside the panel. You should be able to really reduce the road noise and be able to contain your audio inside your vehicle instead of the audio noise just ringing all over the place. So this will definitely help. All right, so let me continue on and put this back in. The yellow one goes to the top, the black one goes to the bottom. Moving along. Okay. Is it down there?
Yes.
Is that it? Is it in there? Yep. All right, here it is. Just carefully mount the door back in. All right guys, so we successfully reinstalled the indoor panel, inside panel, and just give you guys a heads up, it helps if you have 2 people. One person could be out there holding the door, and the person here will need to push this in so that you'll be able to line up the screws down there. All right, so let me continue on with remounting our panel pieces, the last piece of the puzzle. Yes, so there's 2 Phillips screws there and 1 Phillips screw here, if you guys forgot how it was removed. Make sure. Okay. All right, here it is. All right, guys, now that we're done with the driver's side, let's do the passenger side. All right, passenger side, same exact process as the driver's side. Let's get started. Okay, so the other side, we struggled to line up this bracket part here. So we're going to push this center bracket area in. And I'm actually gonna do it for the other side too. Just push it all the way through. All right. All right guys, here's the sound comparison between the air baffle installed doors and also the rest of the vehicle. Feels very solid, feels very full. There's literally no vibrations coming from the door when I knock on here. Very, feels like it's filled with something. And here's the non-air baffled area. All right guys, well that concludes our installation of our air baffle of this GR86. If you have any questions, leave a comment below or you can email us at info@bsonicusa.com. Once again guys, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it. If you haven't yet, help us by subscribing and liking the video. Thank you very much and see you guys in the next video.